Okay, Kieran, so a 1-0 defeat against Fairford in the Challenge Cup. Probably not the result you were hoping for, but defeat nevertheless. Give us your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, you can't win every single game. Been on a really good run of late. 10 changes from Saturday. Would have been 11 if Alex Hallett obviously didn't get sent off Saturday because he needed to play tonight. But the purpose of tonight was getting much needed minutes into proper boys that have missed lots recently. So massive for Matty Jenkins coming back tonight, 90 minutes after being out for maybe 6-7 weeks now. Swanee come back for a calf injury to get 90 minutes tonight, which was needed before Saturday. Chrissy Allen, more minutes in the bank for him after coming back from injury, and then Mally, Neeks, Pitty, all coming back in after being cup tied. They hadn't had a game for a couple of weeks now. And Bathy, after getting injured in the Deal game, got 60 minutes, so he hasn't played since then either. So massive exercise, just important to get boys back up to match fitness. When you do make 10 changes, it's hard to be as fluid as we have been recently. And obviously the performance Saturday was incredible from all the boys. So we'll cut them some slack for tonight. It's hard to get going, difficult pitch. Fairford make it really tough for us. Battled right to the end. Not much to pick between the two sides. Not many clear-cut chances. Not much quality on show. So yeah, never like losing games of football, regardless if it's in the Floodlit Cup, the Challenge Cup, or the Wilt Senior Cup, League, Vase, whatever it is. Don't like losing. Just doesn't sit well with me. That's something that is disappointing, but performance-wise, attitude-wise, the boys who needed minutes got those into them, so can't be too disappointed. But yeah, I think like the last time we lost a game was Salisbury in the cup. Before that, we're looking back as far as Malvern in October, I think it was. So yeah, it's going to happen at some point. So I know all the glitz and the glamour that we've come with us at the moment with the Vase and talk of promotion, a little bit of a reality check, and I think sometimes that's a good thing. Not as good as we think we are. Still got to make sure you have that steel and determination when you come away midweek against tough opposition. We've got a huge game Saturday against Worcester Raiders, and then Brimscombe on midweek the following. So squad will be needed. Need to dust ourselves down after tonight. Make sure we prepare properly for a really big game on Saturday now.
There certainly wasn't many talking points throughout this game this evening, but we certainly gave one to talk about at the very end there. Was it a goal?
I wouldn't know. I'll have to check your footage. Kept knocking on the door right to the end to try and take it to penalties, but the boys seemed to think it crossed the line. Their boys didn't. Seen the net moving a lot, but you don't know if that was the woodwork that hit someone in the net touching it. It's hard to tell, and obviously they don't get the goal line technology that they do at the top level, so we'll just have to go off of your replay and your highlights, and if it wasn't a goal, great decision by them, and if it was, it's one of those that you might feel a little bit hard done by, but I don't think we probably created enough to score a goal tonight. It was a little bit flat in the final third, but that's going to happen when make so many changes, and obviously boys haven't played for 2 weeks now, so it's just a really important night of getting minutes into boys, dusting the cobwebs off for another lot, and then, like I said, little reality check for us. Doesn't matter who we play. If you don't turn up and produce top level, then you lose games of football like we have tonight. So no complaints for me, and good luck to Fairford in the next round.
You've used cup competitions to rotate the squad to give players minutes, as you said. With a growing squad, all the games coming forward now, aside from the Vase, are all going to be important league games. How are you going to be juggling players getting minutes with really important league games?
Well, if you think now, after Saturday, Coops' hamstrings back to square one. I think Alex Hallett suspended Saturday, so that's two that are going to be out straight away. Jenks won't be able to do 2 90 minutes in a week on his rehabilitation at the moment. He just will be nowhere near that, so he'll more than likely won't feature on Saturday. And there'll be suspensions, there'll be illnesses, there'll be injuries, and that's why I like having a big squad. And, in league action, we can make 5 changes. So, to have really good options in every single area is massive. So, signed George recently. Hobbsy was unavailable this evening. Callan and Dan had the night off after on Saturday because I want them to be fresh for the Worcester game. And that's just part of managing it for me and the rest of the backroom staff to make sure that you look after each other to get proper minutes into boys tonight. So Nath, Leon, Keatsy all rested this evening as well. Been huge players throughout the season, but at some point you're just going to have to rotate and trust the other boys, and I have that faith in whoever I put out there. Unfortunately tonight it wasn't the performance that was required to take us through to the next round, but important minutes, and hopefully then that leaves other boys that didn't feature so much tonight fresh for the weekend.
I know you say every league game is important, but we face third in the table Worcester Raiders on Saturday. Going off of tonight's performance, what are you expecting from the lads from Saturday?
I know we always turn up for big games and they're always close. You think the Malvern game, the 2 draws against Cribs, I'll put the Vase runs in there, like the last 2 especially, Deal, and obviously Brixham on Saturday. That Worcester game would be as tough as them. So we always produce in big games. They're going to be close and hard fought. So if we can dent their title hopes or promotion challenge, they're a huge club, massive structure, wage budget, lads dropping down from higher levels. Their ground's obviously exceptional. It's a really attractive place to play football, and we're at the moment punching way above our weight in terms of where we are as a club. Obviously doing really well in the Vase, but I don't want to just let the boys think that the Vase run's the only thing we're looking to do now. I still truly believe that we can finish in the top 2 or 3, which would be a great achievement with the Vase run as well. Obviously something to look forward to in that game away in the Vase as well. But I will be holding that against the boys. I don't want them switching off. I don't want them taking it easy and coasting, getting complacent, because if they don't, the squad's so strong now that they'll find themselves not in the big games like at Worcester or in the Vase in the quarterfinals. So I'm going to keep everyone on their toes, reality check tonight, and then back to business on Saturday against Worcester.
And lastly, I promise not to talk about it every week, but I need to get your thoughts on the quarterfinals draw in the FA Vase, especially given your history in the competition with Melksham.
Yeah, great, happy. Again, anyone you get in the quarterfinals at the moment, it's going to be a really fierce battle. We'll try and get as much information as possibly can. But for me, I don't want to talk about that or think about that for now 2 or 3 weeks. We've got such a busy schedule, and Worcester and Brimscombe, the next 2 games, absolutely massive for our season. So I've not even thought about a team selection for the Vase, or if any further past Worcester now on Saturday. So they can have that one tonight as a little freebie after how good they've been for a long time. But Saturday and Tuesday, absolutely massive for us as a football club. So need to focus on those two games first before we start getting excited about a Vase quarter final.